Good morning, top of the morning to you, lads, lasses, mates all. I'm glad you gathered on the deck of the good ship Literacy today because the captain wants to teach you a term or two that has to do with piracy and sailing the seas in the days of the tall ships when the ships were pushed forward with wind power. And the term that the captain wants to teach you today is swabbing the deck. Have you heard that term? Well, if you haven't, you should, you will, because that's important for pirates on a wooden ship, and you'll find out why. Well, no, swabbing the deck is, there it is. That's what you'd take a mop, and sailors, pirates would take the mop, and they would swab the deck. Right, lads and lasses, swabbing the deck? It sounds like work, but you know what? It was necessary. Now you think it's because it's necessary because you want to keep the deck clean. Well, that may be true too, but there's another more important reason, and that is to keep the deck moist or damp or wet even, because you know what happens to wood when the sun dries it out? It shrinks. So imagine what that's like on a pirate ship that's made of wood, and it shrinks, except down where the ocean is getting to the planks, they won't shrink there. But on deck, the boards would shrink and shrink and shrink, and cracks would appear in the wood. And you know what would happen in those cracks? Water would get in. And if after the water got in, until it had a chance to swell again, the ship would get more and more, take more and more water aboard. And eventually it would sink the ship, wouldn't you think? So lads and lasses, you learned something about swabbing the deck this morning. It was for keeping the deck clean, but it was for also keeping the boards swelled so that the water couldn't get in and sink the ship. Now, that's one thing you could have learned from books if you'd been reading them. Well, you could also learn other things about pirate ships and lots of other topics that you'd be interested in by reading. That's right. We read, because books are for reading, and books are the greatest treasure. So, get yourself a book and read, lads and lasses. Read.